Hi, guys. Okay, so let's do a little quick cheat sheet when you're dealing with narky people, and God knows they're everywhere. They're freaking everywhere. All right. So, this is kind of like a cheat sheet. All right. Speed is a narcissist weapon of choice. They want to do everything quick. Let's get this honeymoon phase started, even though we just met. Let's go, let's go. Let's move in. Let's have a baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Life is short. Let's go. No, you pump the brakes. You pump the brakes, okay? They rush the word love too soon. Can you tell by the grin on my face that I've been through that shit? Henderson said that. I love you. And he meant to say I love you to himself in the reflection, his own reflection in the mirror is what he should have said, which he probably says it every day. Okay. They know their time is limited before the real them will pop out with excuses. Well, you got to understand, I had a death in the family. I got stressed at work. Rah, 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 rah. When in reality, that's who they really are. We ain't trying to hear all that. Stop moving folks into your house. I done told y'all this. Quit moving people into your home. The laws are changing. Okay? The laws are, well, first of all, we're going backwards with laws anyway. We're going ass backwards. All right? Now, because of that fact, squatters have more rights to your home than you do. I kid you not. Stop moving these fools in your home. Good luck getting them out. Not only that, but you invited the devil into your home if they're a narcissist, and they have complete access to you and your children. Some narcissists are pedophiles. Some of this is worth repeating because I really need y'all to get it in here. Some narcissists are pedophiles. There was a lady, she's a YouTuber, and she said that this guy was acting like he was interested in her. And when she talked to him on the phone, he sounded pretty humdrum, like, yeah, you know, this is what I do for a living. And humdrum, boring ass conversation until she said, I have a 12-year-old girl. And he goes, really? She was extremely creeped out. She saw him at an event the next day, read him the riot act, and blocked him on her phone. Some pedophiles are not interested in you. They're interested in your children. So why the hell would you move someone in your house that you don't even know? And a lot of times, we're going to keep it real up in here. A lot of times you move somebody in and you give them cars and passwords and, keys to the house. You give them everything under the sun because they screwed you real good. We're going to keep it real today. That ain't good enough reason. You can screw yourself real good. Get yourself a toy and knock yourself out. Light some candles, play some soft music, and have a romantic night by yourself. You don't need a man for that, and you damn sure don't need a man who's going to attack you and destroy your life, and sometimes physically attack you, or target your children, because he's not really interested in you. He's interested in your child or children. You better stop this shit. I love y'all. Stop this shit. After narcs get what they want, they start devaluing by being hateful, argumentative, or lackadaisical around you. I've been through this shit. One of them, when he was driving, you gotta look at people's body language. I want you to look at their body language. I want to look, are they sitting towards you or away from you? Are their legs crossed away from you? Is their body language away from you, even though y'all supposed to be in love and y'all so tight? Do they have genuine conversations with you? Is their face always in their cell phone? Are they more interested in talking to other people than you? Usually that's because they've already gotten what they want from you and they're bored, and you're in the devalue phase. You're in the devalue phase. I remember the individual I was seeing, I didn't know half as much about narcissism as I know now. We were sitting at the table having dinner at his house, and he was doing the body block thing. No, not the body block. Oh, I know what he was doing. And this is so subtle. but you got to pay attention, okay? He was ignoring me at the table and eating his food. Now, if somebody's truly that into you, they're going to eat some and they're going to look at you, and you're going to look at each other, and you're going to communicate back and forth. You're going to crack jokes back and forth. Unless the food's really good, then people have a tendency to be real quiet because they're eating. Okay? Or you just happen to be really hungry. But they're happy to be around you. They may not see you that much, so when they do see you, their eyes are on you. They love you and you love them. Eyes are here. They're not going to be staring at their plate like it's talking to them. Pay close attention to that lackadaisical behavior, because that could mean that you're in the devalue phase and you don't know it. And you could be in the devalue phase multiple times throughout the relationship. We're close, we're not. We're close, we're not. We're close, we're not. Mind games. Be careful. Okay? Another thing that he used to do is he used to, I call it the body block. No. Don't. He used to do the body block thing when he was driving. I'd be in the passenger side, he's on the driver's side, and he'd have his arm like this. And he'd do it the whole time. Now, that might not seem like a big deal, but to me that is a big deal, because when I looked at these little mini devalues, it starts to add up. Don't talk to me at dinner. Got your arm, got the body block thing. No. Talking to my dog. No, Milo. Stay. So the body block thing. Very little eye contact. No cuddling after physical intimacy. No pillow talk. Just totally disconnected from you. Like, I gotta look at you all the time. Ugh. No, bitch, you don't have to look at me ever again. I said no. Okay. Ready for this one? Some narcs are more interested in your money than their own. They're more interested in your money than their own. How much money? Hey, Milo, come here. Come to mommy. Come here. Why don't you get up here so I can keep a close eye on you? Do you hear me talking to you? Get up here. Get up here. Get up. 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 Back up. Up, up, up. Good boy. Get up. Up. All the way up. Get up here. Come on. Come on. You can't be that tired that you can't get on here. You gotta be kidding me. Get up here. Get up here now. Up. All the way up. Let's go. Up, up, up. Up, up. 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 Thank you. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Good. Lay down and behave yourself. Okay? I love you. Behave. All right? I love you. Just stay still. Good boy. That's a good boy. Just stay. Yeah, sorry about that. Some narcs are more interested in your money than their own. Some will date you consistently in the beginning, and then they'll stop. Henderson did that. Like I said, he's a case study. His face is probably in the DSM, the book, Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Illness, whatever the hell the name of it is. They'll date you in the beginning consistently, and then all of a sudden they'll stop. Their money is their true love. If anyone you are seeing ask you about your finances, that's a red flag. Let me go back to the other. They'll date you until they feel like, I've done enough to get you to feel close to me, and now I don't have to do anything else. Let's just watch Netflix. Let's just lay around all day. I'm an adventurous kind of person. I want to go places. I want to do things. And being up in your goddamn bedroom is not my idea of a good time. Okay? I could do that with any damn body. I'm an adventurous person. I want to go places, especially when the weather, I mean it. Especially when the day is gorgeous, perfect weather, perfect everything, and you want to lay around and watch Netflix. Get the freaking hell out of here. You know why? Because that don't cost nothing. Okay? Or they pay for it monthly and that's it. I'm not playing with your stingy ass. Look. Their money's their true love. If anyone you are seeing asks you about your finances, that's a red flag. Um, I met somebody one time who asked me that, do you work, and something else about my finances is very puzzling. Why the fuck are you asking that? Because he's looking to take advantage of somebody. He's looking to be a human parasite. And that's not, when somebody asks you a mega personal question, you could always flip the question back to them. Do you normally ask people you don't know personal questions like that? You don't even ask people you do know. You don't ask family members, hey, Auntie so-and-so, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't talked to you for a while. Do you rent or own your home? And how much do you pay? What's your mortgage? You don't ask nobody else that. You don't ask a stranger that either. If they ask you that, flip that question around. Like, you know, do you normally ask people private questions like that? Because that's not your business. That's a really bold question of you to ask. Flip that shit back. They could be out to take advantage of your finances. Someone ask if you rent or purchased your home. A guy asked me that on the dating site, and I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know what I know now. So I'm thinking, well, that might be a legitimate question if you want to be with somebody who is open to relocating. Okay. However, if you're dealing with toxic individuals, there's a strong possibility they're just trying to take a shovel and start digging into your finances, and that's none of their damn business. Now, if you're engaged, that's a legitimate question because you're planning a future together. So are you willing to relocate or whatever? I would hope you know the answer to that before you got engaged. Behavior, okay. Let's see. Dump them. They get too deep in your personal, get away from them. Others will take everything from you as long as you're willing to give. I saw a lady online who bought her loser man a car. She bought this loser a car. He used that same car to go see other women. Okay? If he doesn't have his own car, home, or job, leave him alone. You are not their parent. You're okay. Shh, 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 shh. Some narcs have never been married. That could be a red flag. I'm not saying it's a red flag. Calm down if you've never been married. But for some people, that could be a red flag. That could mean that they can't commit. Especially if they've had long-term relationships in the past 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, and they haven't commit. They could very well be non-committal. They'll commit to slapping some skins, but they ain't really committing to nothing else. Regardless of you having a title of girlfriend or boyfriend, they don't have the same title with you if they're a narcissist. The last individual I went out with has never been married. His MO is to do women. We talked about this before. He does women, but he never commits. He tells you right out the gate, I have a very high sex drive. In other words, I plan on tearing your butt up as often as possible. I'm going to light them skins up. I'm not going to commit to you. Don't be silly. And if you want to waste endless years with me, fine. That's cool. And I'm sure he wasn't faithful to her. He's bisexual like a lot of narcs are. He ain't going to be faithful to you. You must be crazy. You're just going to be on the list of people that he's doing, which increases your chances of getting diseases, by the way. So, there you go. One wasted her life for 7 years with no commitment, like I've told you before. I'm not giving you 7 minutes. You telling me right out the gate about sex, I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. Obviously, you don't want a commitment. You're more interested in getting naked with somebody. Why don't you know what? Just be honest. There are some women who will give it to you as soon as you glance at them. I'm just not one of them. Okay? Why don't you go get with them and leave me the hell alone? Let's do that. Some narcs are bisexual. I've talked about that before. They are opportunists. They feel entitled to whoever they want. It makes no difference what the gender is. It does not matter as long as they're getting their freak on, because self-pleasure is, they're more important than pleasing themselves, making themselves happy. That's the most important thing. Nothing else is more important than making themselves happy. And we should, this should be a given, right? Anyone making sexual comments right away before you even know them, if that's not what you want, cut them loose. I've been through that a gazillion times with idiots on a dating site. That is why I call it a mating site rather than a dating site, because these fools have these they have these long ass profiles, and it's so bullshitty and so poetic, and it's such a freaking series of multiple lies. I want to grow old with someone. I'm tired of the BS. Nobody on here, I'm not kidding, I'm serious, I'm for real. Nobody on here is serious. Nobody on here wants a real commitment. Everybody's into one thing only. They're the same way. Don't play me. I wasn't born yesterday. If I was born in the morning, I damn sure wasn't born yesterday morning. All right. Previous non-commitment dude had a, like I said, made a point to say he had a high sex drive. I don't care. I'm not McDonald's. I'm not serving billions. Get out of my face. He's basically admitting that sex is his high priority, not his partner. Okay. For as many people, seriously, for as many people who want one-night stands, why do you have to deliberately seek out people who don't want that? Because I'll tell you why. Because the people who are easy to fling are not a competition. That's not accolades. That doesn't feed the person's ego. What feeds their ego is enticing somebody out of their clothes and manipulating them for that. No. Manipulating them for that, and then running away or starting to act ignorant when you're done with them. Oh, anyone who does stonewalling needs to be dropped. That is the ultimate disrespect. Narcs love stonewalling. Stonewalling is, I'm going to put you on punishment like you're 5, and I'm going to stop speaking to you. I tell you what. You can stop speaking to me forever. Block. I will fire somebody so fast. Oh, God, you don't know. You don't know. I dumped a guy before we went out. Couldn't really dump him. We weren't in a relationship, but he got his ego smashed into the ground, and he told a mutual friend, she dumped me. I'd never been dumped before we went out. Well, right. You said something extremely ignorant and extremely, what would the word be? You just blew off what I said and told me it was bullshit. Like I was lying. Where in any of that behavior am I supposed to get hot for you? Because I don't. Ugh. Get the hell out of here. A person who genuinely cares about you. I'm going to murder my son. Get in here now. Milo! No. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to pop him silly. Stonewalling is so disrespectful. A person who genuinely cares about you and genuinely loves you wants to talk to you, wants to hear your voice, wants to hear your laugh, is tickled when they communicate with you. That's what real love looks like. It doesn't look like, you didn't obey me, so I'll talk to you if and when I feel like it. And you're going to find out that I'm not talking to you when you text me and I don't respond, or you call me and I don't respond. Bitch, you could do that forever because I'm done. And you'll know when you finally get off your throne, you will know that I'm done because I quit talking to you forever. Play me if you want to. Life's too short for that shit. People have their face glued to their phone. They don't really want to look at you. People who are into you want to look at you, talk to you, laugh with you, etc. If your partner is distant, like I said, that could be you're in the devalue phase. Excuse me. I've said this before. Intermittent tone, happy time sprinkle. Okay. Intermittent happy times sprinkled with capital letters, constant arguing over stupidness are red flags. Healthy people want you happy. Miserable, toxic people want you to be miserable like them. I remember the individual I was with was a narc. I didn't know at the time. I didn't freaking know. And he was asking me questions. I was doing some work with a lawyer, like a case with a lawyer, and he started asking me a whole bunch of questions. And I said, you would have to ask my lawyer, you'd have to ask my lawyer that. And he kept hounding me. And I said, what did I, now I'm getting irritated because, again, people don't listen, right? Narcissists don't listen. They would rather hound, 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 hound until you flip out and scream, what did I just tell you? Then they're like, why are you screaming at me? Because you don't listen. So smart people, not narcissists, because they're not very smart. Smart people do not hound you until you start to show irritation. Because by that point, it's a little bit too late because we've already crossed the line into a normal discussion. Now I'm pissed off at you. Because that's all preventable if you would listen to what the person's saying and acknowledge what they're saying. Okay? When you don't listen and you don't acknowledge, they're going to start getting pissed. So he starts asking me all these questions, and I said, I don't know. You'd have to ask him. And he kept going, and I said, let me get something to drink. Hold on. And I said, you'd have to ask him. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know that. Kept going. Because that's what narcs do. Poke, 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 poke until you want to haul off and hit them. Don't hit them, even though I know you're tempted. And they probably need it, but still don't do it. Finally, I lost it. And I said, what the fuck did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? Now you're trying to piss me off. And I just lost my shit. And I got out of the car. He was watching a family member's sporting event, whatever the frick they were doing. And I got out of the car and just went for a walk away from him, just to get away from him. At that point, he was embarrassed because he knows that people in his family are going to be like, she's walking down the street by herself. What's going on? They don't always want, some of them are so damn ignorant, they don't care who knows. But some of them are so obsessed about this fake image that they don't want you being angry with them to become public. And have people go, what's going on over there? So he starts, I walk down the street just to get away from him. I can't handle it anymore. I just got to get the freaking hell away from you. And fighting in the car is awful because the energy just builds, and there's no place for it to go. And then you start losing your mind. And that's the goal for them, is for you to lose your shit. So I walked down the street and he finally got in his car and he drove down the street and he was like, are you going to get in the car or what? And I said, I'm tired of hearing your mouth. But are you going to get in the car? If you shut up, I will. But I don't want to hear it anymore. He's like, oh, they're probably wondering, what's going on because they seen you walk away from the car. I don't give a fuck what they saw, okay? Tell them that you're acting like a horse's ass. Why don't you tell them that? Honey, look here. We lasted a few months and then I got rid of his ass. I gave him an ultimatum. We were engaged. I gave him another person I was engaged to. Be quiet. Yes, I've been engaged a couple times and I got rid of all of them because I'm not playing with your dumb ass. I gave him an ultimatum. I said, you're either going to go to therapy by next Friday or we're done. And you have the therapist's office call me and tell me that we've got an appointment on a certain day. Here's the reality. Ready? And we talked about this before. If you're in a new relationship, a young relationship, less than 6 months, and you have to, and I've been through this with Henderson's ugly ass, if you have to consider going to therapy and you're in a baby relationship, it doesn't go any good places from here. It doesn't go in good places from here. Okay? It does not go in good places from here. You're in a baby relationship. Now, if you're together for 10 years, you got into a little rut, you're married, serious relationship, married, you don't have the spark anymore, the romance is dead, you both let life catch up to you and you're up to here with life, just busy, go, 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 and the spark is gone and you feel like you're neglecting each other. You may have to go to therapy for that. But in a baby relationship, no, baby, no, baby, no, baby, no, baby, no, no. That's a massive red flag. Okay? Massive red flag. Please. You don't go to therapy, you get rid of them. That's what you do. Anyway, much love. I hope that was helpful. Some of it was worth repeating, like I said, because I don't want you guys to forget. These people are venomous, they're poisonous, and you've got to get rid of them. They're never going to change for the better. People say narcs don't change. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They get worse as they get older. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. Not just in my life, but in my best friend. She was married to a narc, and he was cheating on her. I never told her because she wouldn't have believed me anyway. She was so obsessed with him. Anyway, they eventually got a divorce. Probably his idea, not hers. Anyway, he got worse and worse and worse because I've known her for years. He got worse. The one I was married to for 25 years, he got worse. And everybody I know has definitely gotten worse and worse. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I know of people who have had near-death experiences, and you would have thought that would shake their tree and make them realize, holy crap, I was almost out of here. Maybe I should right my wrongs. Maybe I should try to be a better person. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. I'm going to tell you this quick story and I'm going to go. I told you this a long time ago. There was a lady who was a partier, heavy drinker, partier ass off. And her friends were like, everybody told her, you need to calm down. You need to slow this roll because if you do not, it's going to result in bad things. She don't listen. She going to party and get drunk and get high or whatever the hell she was doing, drinking off her ass. And she had somebody in her vehicle. She was partying like always. She was drinking like always, lost control of her car and the person in her car ended up dying from her. She lost control of her car and that person died. She became paralyzed from the neck down. Don't you know the person who became her caretaker was still giving her alcohol? I kid you not. I'm serious. I was so stunned. I said she needs to go into psychotherapy and that person needs to have charges brought on them because you're abusing somebody. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And she's not the type to learn her lesson. That's the sad part about narcs too. They never learn their lesson. I mean, no matter how harsh life goes and how big their mistakes are, they still don't freaking learn. So you got to learn and you got to get the hell up out of there. Okay? That's where I come in. We're going to help each other learn. All right. You guys take care. Much love. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.